All right, we're back, and today we're putting together a three-part series on
Probably.
somewhere in there on why does it take so freaking long to pull a permit? I mean, you just want a building permit. It should be something quick and simple. You go in, you sign up, and they hand you a permit. No, that's not how it works.
No, we have a list of things you must bring with you.
Yes, yes. So we're going to do that. But before we get started, make sure you dingle on the bell down below and click on that subscribe button. And of course, you can always leave us a comment down there also. We're more than happy to answer questions for you, or you can tell us what boneheads we are. Yeah, that's fine too. But whatever comment you got to put down.
Whatever, yeah, whatever. We don't. Big shoulders, I can take it.
We're all good. All right. So you go through this a lot, and we go through it quite a bit of pulling permits, but I mean, virtually every job you're doing is extensive
Yeah.
permitting because of where you live. And
Yeah, we have some added factors. So, I just start with stuff like depending on where you live. So if you're in a rural county, your building department might be at the county seat. They might be a lot easier to get along with. They
right,
may not even adopted a current code. They might still be working on something from 1967. I don't know. But you need to reach out to your building department and find out, because we go by something that the ICC creates. So that's our first photo for you, is the cover of the IRC manual. And they call this the International Building Code or the International Residential Code. And this is from 2018. We're currently on the 2021 will be your new one. They usually revise them every 3 years. The key here is that key word, it says International Residential Code.
right there.
Yeah. The funny thing is, it usually doesn't apply from one town to the next, one county to the next, one state to the next, let alone any country I know of. Because it's all based on who adopts what and when.
And what parts of it too.
And what parts of it. So I know state of Florida follows the ICC to a certain point. But then they have the Florida Building Code, which is far superior to the basic IRC because we have hurricanes.
Right.
So our Miami-Dade code is even crazier than straight Florida. If you're in that area, Miami-Dade, that's a whole other chapter.
Right.
So the point is, regardless of what type of project you're going to start getting into, it's a good idea to get to know your building department, go meet your building commissioner, or go talk to somebody at the counter and just ask them, what do I need
Right.
specifically to submit for permit? So we're going to take and go through 3 different parts here for you so we can keep these 3 short videos instead of one real long one. But the very first thing you're going to want to probably go through is just getting your permit application completed. So that's an easy one to grab. So this is a building permit from the city of Chicago. Ron's used to filling these out.
Yeah. The nice thing though, too, a lot of the municipalities around us, it's all done online now.
Yeah, we do it all
Thanks
online. I have an account with my municipality, and I go on there and just fill it out online, drop everything in by uploading it, drawings and everything, and you're good to go.
Right.
But again, that's where you want to go get to know your building commissioner, or with some of the building officials to find out, because you're going to need to finish that application. That's what most people think. This starts with this and ends with this. It doesn't.
This is just a piece of the puzzle.
That's a piece of the puzzle. And with this piece of the puzzle, one of the things you may want to know is whether or not they have a submittal fee, because some places charge a submittal fee and some places take them in for nothing. But what they do is they then charge you that review fee as part of your permit fee at the end, which is fine. So now we can go to number 3. Yeah. All right. Regardless of whether you're doing interior remodeling, an alterate or an addition, or if you're building a new house, you're going to need drawings, right? For an interior renovation or alteration, all you're really going to need is a before plan and a plan after, is what they call it. And that's really what I call it. I usually call it an existing floor plan and a proposed floor plan. So once you get those, it shows, and if you notice, you can see where they're tearing stuff out all through the kitchen and the great room area, the living dining, and they have just made that into a shotgun kind of place.
Yep.
So that's it. It's that simple. That's all you need. Okay. So they want it for each floor. They're going to want dimensions for all areas. They're going to want, you know, for additions to include floor plans of adjacent portions of the existing building, but we'll cover that next. You know, you're going to want it, some of it you might need to show heating just based on floor plans, energy codes, and we'll cover more of that later. But realistically, for a kitchen remodel and things like that, usually this is all you need. They may ask though for just some information about your electric panel. You know, do you, what size panel do you have? Do you have open circuits or anything like that that you can use?
Right. They want and make sure that some will ask for an appliance listing. They want to know what appliances are going in, whether they're natural gas, propane, electric, and then that'll drive the electrical plan part then too, you know, making sure that it's all, you have the right amount of circuits for it. So,
Right. Well, and even in these drawings, they don't show any electrical, and you know, the code's going to require at least one outlet on the end of the peninsula. You're going to have them every 12 feet, blah, 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 6 feet of a door. So anyway, you're going to have to go through all that stuff. That should be shown on that plan. And you can search our videos. We've got an extensive videos on what should be on your drawings.
yes,
So you can actually go to those to find out what should be on your drawings so that you know specifically what you want to ask for when you're dealing with an architect or designer that's doing your drawings. That
right.
way you can go for permit. And that should be most of what you need, at least for interior remodel or alterations.
So that's the initial start on what you're going to need for your permit and who to talk to, where to go, and some of the paperwork you might need. Obviously, if you're doing a lot more work, there's going to be an extensive amount of paperwork, and that's what we're going to follow up with coming up in the next couple of episodes. So, number one, just a quick recap there, Rich. We needed to find the building permit, if there is one, check with your municipality, get to know the building inspectors and who runs that stuff. A lot of times you can find a lot of information online now for your municipality, and you can go from there. To give you one quick example, I was putting a generator at my dad's house, who lives out in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. No permits needed. Do what you want. It didn't care. So, but I called first, you know, to make sure that my electrical license was going to be adequate. And he's like, I don't care. You're fine. Go ahead. So my Chicago license works in parts of Oklahoma now, I know. So with that, I'll say stay tuned for the next episode. And of course, hit that subscribe button, dingle on the bell, and of course, leave a comment down there too if you've got something you want to comment on. So with that, I'll say keep it square and level.
Till next time.
There you go.